So filtrate, in that filtrate you add the concentrated HCl. Then if the solid appears, it means that phenol is present. So in this also, now you add the dilute NaOH. So phenol, normally phenol is the, you have this benzene ring, okay, and to which the OH is attached. Phenol contains OH attached to this aromatic ring, okay. So when you add the dilute NaOH, what happens? Phenol normally it is a weak acid. So H, it forms the salt. H is replaced by Na. So it becomes salt. Salt of phenoxide ion. Okay. Salt of phenoxide ion. So it get dissolved in water. Your filtrate. And then in that filtrate you add this concentrated HCl. In here you are regenerating the phenol. So if your phenol is present, so when you add this concentrated HCl in filtrate, you will get the solid. If your phenol is present, then you will get the solid. And generally, see, generally for the water soluble compound, I think you will get normally acid. Okay, water soluble acid might be, if it is, because generally water soluble phenol, liquid phenols are generally thoda, it is a carcinogenic or it is harmful to the skin. So you will not get the liquid phenol, okay. And you have the solid mixtures only in this semester. So there are cresol, there are liquid phenols are there, but generally for the students they not give actually. So normally here it is solid mixtures. So water soluble might be it is acid, because in water soluble there is no, they will not give water soluble phenol or water soluble base. Generally they provide the water soluble acid, which is a, I think succinic acid is there, water soluble, and one more acid is there which is a water soluble acid. So here you will get the solid appears, okay, if the so for the phenol test, remember for the phenol test in the mixture you add the dilute NaOH, okay, so that that phenol get dissolved, it forms the sodium salt, okay. So you will take that filtrate, shake well, take that filtrate and you add the concentrated HCl. And if the solid appears, okay, that regeneration of phenol, solid appears, then the phenol is present. Then you will go for the base test. Base. So for the base test, also if phenol is present or not, okay, when you do the test. So take the fresh mixture, that is 0.5 gram. Then you add the 2 ml of 1:1 HCl solution. Now see, generally 1:1 HCl solution means what? You will, if you take the water 1 ml, you will take the 1 ml concentrated HCl. So how this 1:1 HCl solution is prepared? Half of same amount. Then in the mixture you add the 1:1 HCl solution, so that base get dissolved. And you filter it and you add 20% NaOH in that filtrate for the regeneration of base. Now in the base, you will get the solid, because there is a solid mixtures. in the same 5. So you will get the solid generally base. Okay, there are liquid base also like aniline and other, but they will provide, okay, solid solid mixture separation is there, so you get the solids only. So when you add the 1:1 HCl solution in the mixture, you will get this filtrate, okay, in which your base get dissolved. Your base is in dissolved form. So you add the 20% NaOH in that, so that the base regenerates. So you will get solid if the base is present. So how you do this acid base and this phenol test? So now the type of mixtures. If see, if the acid phenol is there, type of mixture, you have the binary mixtures. So acid phenol, second one is the acid base, and third one is the acid neutral. These are the combinations. So when these combinations type of mixtures, okay, you have acid phenol, acid base, acid neutral, then you will this take the reagent for separation. For that is saturated sodium bicarbonate solution. For the acid phenol, acid base, acid neutral, you will take the saturated sodium bicarbonate solution. Because why? Because acid is there, okay? So saturated bicarbonate solution, in that acid get dissolved and you will get this other compound on the filter paper. And in that filtrate, okay, you add further you add the precipitating reagent, that is concentrated HCl. So when you add in the filtrate pressure, that when you add concentrated HCl in the filtrate, will get the acid solid, okay, solid acid, that is regeneration. Okay, and the other one is the other compound will get separated on the filter paper itself. So for the acid phenol, acid base, acid neutral separation, reagent is saturated sodium bicarbonate solution, and precipitating reagent is concentrated HCl. Now if phenol base is present or a phenol neutral is present, okay, so for that you need the separation reagent, that is dilute NaOH solution. So what happens? Phenol base, phenol neutral. So if the mixture contains phenol base, then you will add the sodium, so this sodium hydroxide solution, dilute one. So your base, your phenol will form the that salt, okay, with the sodium phenoxide will form, and it will get dissolved in the water. So when you filter it, your base will remain on the filter paper. And then in that filtrate, you add the concentrated, when you add the concentrated HCl, you will get the regeneration of this phenol. Solid appears, that means phenol is there. So for the phenol base, phenol neutral, separation reagent is dilute NaOH solution, and precipitating reagent is concentrated HCl. Now for the base neutral, separation reagent is 1:1 HCl. So in that base get dissolved. Okay, you will get the dissolved base in the filtrate, and your neutral compound will remain on the filter paper. Then in that filtrate, you will add the 20% NaOH solution. Okay, this is for the separation. The first, when they give you the mixtures, you have to do the solubility test. Okay, then further you will do the acid test, base test, and the phenol test. That you have to do in the small amount of mixture. And once you know that what is your combination of this mixture, that is whether it is acid phenol, acid base, acid neutral, okay, then you will do the bulk separation. First, while doing the acid base phenol test, you will take small amount of mixture and you do the test in the test tubes. And once you know what is the chemical type of the mixture, okay, if acid phenol is present, acid base is present, then you will take that whole mixture in a beaker and you add the separating reagent, then filter it. The second one will remain on the filter paper, and that in that filtrate you will get the compound, another compound, which you will regenerate it by adding the precipitating reagent. So in that way, you will do. Now for the base neutral, 1:1 HCl, 20% NaOH solution. Okay. Then normally, if you have the water soluble acid phenol or a base neutral, okay, then there comes the separation reagent, that is water. And when you evaporate that water in the evaporating dish, you will get the your water soluble compound. And the when you filter it, okay, water soluble acid phenol base neutral, and below is actually there water insoluble acid phenol base neutral. Okay, so for that water soluble compound, if one of the compound is water soluble, so your separation reagent is water, and when you evaporate that water, you will get the your water soluble compound, and the another which is water insoluble, which will remain in on your filter paper while filtering it. Okay. So here, we stop here. Okay. This is all for your practicals. Okay. Same time you have the solid mixtures, and see further. I will tell you after what you have to do after separation of these mixtures. Okay, you will get the two separate compounds. Then you have to dry it. Then you have to weigh it, and then you have to take the melting point of these compounds. And also there is a purification is also there. So that we'll discuss in the next lecture. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, I will stop here now.
Thank you, ma'am.